All right, welcome to my channel. Thank yourself first. Well, it's imperative for us to thank ourselves first because in business or anything, you need to pay yourself first. So make sure you thank yourself too. So look, check it out. I wanted to talk about a little something, a little story. It starts off with me, going to get my CDL, looking for a new career in life, something that was going to be that was going to hold some longevity, and it was going to be something that would be beneficial for me, whether we were living in a recession or not. So basically, I wanted to get my CDL because I was thinking about getting into the dump truck business, and not only the dump truck business, but I was also looking at getting into the car hauling business, but buying my own truck and doing it myself because I felt at the time, that would be the only way that I can really maintain a business like that because I don't really like working for people because when it comes down to working for people and stuff like that, you're really working on their time. They're really working you to death and they're not paying you what you should be paid. And everybody knows, you need to be getting what you're worth. So I just want to break it down a little bit. I've been driving probably almost 5 years now. Um, it's been a hard road, you know what I'm saying? I was out there over the road for a while, and when I first started off, I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool, but the money just wasn't really there. You know what I'm saying? It took a while for me to start getting some money. You know, I was probably making like four, five, $600 a week at the most, and it was rough because I'm like, damn, I'm working this dangerous job, and they're only giving me like $400, $500 like a week. So if I said a month, I meant to say a week. But anyways, a week. So I'm thinking like, how could you work a dangerous job like this where there's so many rules and regulations federally, and it's so much that we have to do and remember and stuff like that, and it's like a lot. So I'm thinking like, how can they really pay you like this? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. So as I continued to work, I knew in the back of my mind, I was like, I gotta have some goals, you know what I'm saying, in order for me to do this because it's not gonna work for me unless I do. So my goals were to get my credit in line, because I really didn't know too much about credit. So I was trying to learn at the same time. So what I would do was I would go to YouTube and I would just listen to a bunch of videos by people who were showing you how to build your credit and what to do. So I would do that. At the same time, I would also like listen to a lot of audiobooks, Um, I don't want to really give away too many of the books right now because I can't really remember the authors' names, but I would listen to a lot of good, audiobooks on life, finances, step by step, and how to become, rich and successful. So that was like a big deal for me, being in the truck, because it's so boring sometimes, just sitting in the truck and you're just driving and, you can only listen to so much music. You know what I'm saying? You need to educate yourself. So I knew I had to do that, So I was doing that for a while. And I would come across these good vloggers and people with these great channels who would talk about everything that I needed to learn, real estate and credit and stuff. So as I was gaining more knowledge, I was also building my credit at the same time, Had to start off with some cheap cards, and put money on them and stuff like that, and just slowly, spend money and make sure you pay it off every month. So I was doing that, and after a while, I started noticing my credit stuff building up. But that's besides the point. What I wanted to talk about basically is, working for these companies and stuff. So after, after I'll say I was probably driving over the road for about 3.5, 4 years, something like that, But I already knew that I didn't want to do this for like 5 years working for somebody else. I already knew it. It was in my head, like, I can't see myself doing it. But sometimes plans don't always work out the way you want them to work out. So I was still driving for somebody else, for a while. And I just said, you know what? Instead of me jumping from job to job and making my resume look all crazy with all these different, companies and stuff, I said, let me just stay with this one company. And it wasn't the best company, but, I put my work in with that. And I built my resume up pretty strong. Um, got my endorsements and things like that. They tell you you can get all these endorsements and stuff and you can make more money, but the thing is, who's gonna hire you? That's the only thing. Like, a lot of people don't really want to hire you and have to train you, when it comes to some of these companies out here. But it's like, how do you expect somebody to start? Like, once they get their endorsements and stuff, you got to give them a chance. So eventually I found a job, that would give me something with my hazmat and tankers. And I got, a nice little run with them. And then eventually I got a local job because I was tired of being over the road and stuff. And I was feeling like, damn, I'm missing out on birthdays. I'm missing out on, holidays and things like that. And I just really was missing, family and friends and stuff. And I wanted to be back in town. I'm thinking like everybody's just having a ball while I'm out here just slaving and working. Because when you driving over the road, you're working every day of the week damn near. It ain't really like you get no days off unless you ran up your 70-hour clock and you got to take a 34-hour reset, which is, kind of rare, especially for like me, because once I kind of figured out the game, I was like, let me just go ahead and drive for like 8 hours a day. Then that way I won't never have to take a 34-hour reset and I'll just continue to work. But my job started getting hip to what I was doing. So then they would make sure that I would have runs that would extend longer than me driving 8 hours in a day. So sometimes I would have to drive like 11 hours in a day, which is your legal limit. And they knew that, so they would shut me down for like 34 hours to take that reset, once I passed my 70-hour work week clock. So I was like, damn, they think they smart. But anyways, I wanted to get a local job. So what I did was I said, okay, there's no way I'm gonna be able to just leave this job that I'm at right now unless I just quit and try and make something happen, because I was trying already to get a local job and stuff, man. They were asking for so much experience and things like that. And I'm like, man, I don't really have no experience other than driving, a dry van and, a little bit of experience driving hazmat and tankers and stuff. They really want you to have like a super clean MVR, moving record, driving record and stuff. They really want you to have that to be super clean. And then they also want you to have some experience. So it took a little bit of time, but what I did was I said, all right, let me just go ahead and just quit this job, go back home, um, drive for Uber for a little bit, which is what I did. And I ended up liking that a little bit, but that's really not nothing that you really want to just be in predominantly. You know what I'm saying? It cannot be your main job and stuff, because it has its ups and downs too. But so I would do that for a while until I met somebody who was hiring at a local company. And he basically gave me a little information and stuff and basically told me, if you really want the job, you know what I'm saying, just, fill out the application and come on down. And that's what I did. And that's the job that I'm working right now. And I don't have a big problem with the job, but the thing about this type of position is line haul. So it is semi-local, and basically what you do is you're still gonna be working for about 14 hours in a day, but you'll drive to the next state over and then you'll drive back home. But you'll be working a forklift once you get on the docks out there and stuff. And the thing about these line haul jobs, what I don't like is basically that you're on call. Like, like you set your whole day up and basically, you're going to work at night. So when you set your whole day up, you're going to be sleeping through the daytime and then you're going to wake up at night and get ready to go to work. But sometimes you do that and they might tell you, hey, look, we don't need you tonight. And it's like, damn, I done set up my whole schedule just to be in tonight. It's like the respect level just really isn't there. You're just on call. And for me, that's like a big disrespect. Like, I'm not really feeling that at all, because that means I just wasted my whole day. So now when you wake up and you just sitting at the house, there's nothing really to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do? Unless you got, something else going on or whatever. And I would drive like some Uber or something like that, but Uber is only really beneficial between Thursday to Monday. So when you get these calls and they telling you, oh, nah, we don't need you tonight and stuff. It'd be like on the days when it's not really going on Uber. So it's like you're kind of losing, when you really break it down. It's like you're looking at it like, kind of losing a little bit. This really isn't working. So that's one thing I really don't like about the line haul position. Plus, they work you to death. You know what I'm saying? They act like, you're going to get your 10 hours rest. You're not going to get your 10-hour rest. By the time you get off of work, you know what I'm saying? You got to drive home. You gotta do whatever you got to do at home. And then you got to get your butt ready to go to bed. And then, finally, once you go to bed, you're probably only going to get about 4-5 hours of sleep, man. Unless you really get back in early and you're not working a whole 14 hours, maybe like a 12, 13 hours, then you got that extra little bit of time, and then, then you'll get a little bit more sleep. But usually us line haul drivers, we get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, man. We're getting right back to work, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that is not healthy at all. And you're working at night, driving at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not healthy. I don't really like it, man. But then again, that's why you always got to be your own boss, because when you're your own boss, you ain't got to look for nobody else to help you or hand you no money or hand you no business or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You just do your own thing and get it cracking. This, I'm not really feeling it, man. But it's a great experience because now, I get to work with doubles and triples. So I'm using my endorsement, but at the same time, I wouldn't advise anybody to try and do this, permanently. I don't care how good the benefits is. It's just not that type of job, man. But some people really like it, but me personally, I like the people. All the people at my job, hella cool. I function with them. Hella cool people. But as far as like the work, like it's just kind of different, man. Like I never used to work at night like this. This is crazy, bro. Like, I mean, I'm making it happen, but at the same time, like drinking coffee, like every night, energy drinks, candy bars, stuff like that, just to stay up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of rough, man. It's rough on my body, man. And even though I exercise every day, it's still, like it's working me, man. It's beating me up, Uh, but I don't want to cry about it or nothing like that because it's the choice that I made. I'm just basically explaining my day to day, and how it is. And, some people are going to relate to it. Some people are probably going to say, oh, man, quit your crying, man. Cry, baby. This is what trucking life is about. I get it, It's for some people. It's not for everybody, man. But, good luck to you if it is. I hope it works out. You know what I'm saying? For me, though, I think I'm finna move on, brother. You know what I'm saying? I want to get my little experience, though, with the doubles and triples a little bit longer. And just so I can have that on my resume. But me personally, man, I'm about to go get my own truck, man. Go get my own truck, do my own thing, I already got a van. I want to do something with the van, but I just don't feel like the van game is really making, it's not really as profitable as a semi truck is. But, when you kind of break it down, the gas is cheaper to get in the van than it is to pay for a semi and stuff right now. So that might be one of the plus sides to it. Also, I'm just thinking like, if I had to be over the road, I don't have no bed in my van, like what am I gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the things I really be thinking about. Like I don't see how a lot of guys can do it with a van, like, or a box truck when they have to like sleep in the front seat, like, or pay for a hotel. Like I'm not gonna pay for a hotel every night that I go to sleep. That's just ridiculous. That's gonna cut all into your money, So those are kind of some of the things I'll be thinking about, man. But yeah, sure, I might talk a little bit more about my OTR experience because that's the type of stuff I used to watch when I was out there on the road. I would listen to a lot of guys, who would, do the lease programs or buy their own trucks or just working for a company, and they would just talk about how it was, like the ups and the downs, one thing for me, like once I came back and I was like happy to see all my family and friends and stuff like that, I wasn't really getting to see everybody like that. It almost seemed like, everybody, was just too busy and stuff. And I'm like, damn, when it was the other way around, I would come on my days off and it was like, I would catch up with everybody. Now that I'm out here, it's like, man, everybody acting like they so busy and stuff. But I respect it though, because we are living in inflation right now, man. It's hard right now, man. Everybody's trying to save their chips, so I get it, But I'm about to cut this out, man, because this video is way too long. But yeah, man, that OTR experience and that semi-local experience, man, it's something else, man. That Linehaul, it's kind of crazy, man. I don't see how people be doing it for hella years, man. But yeah, I'm up out of here, man. Yes, sir. Remember, thank yourself first, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else around you will help you and stuff like that. Yeah, you can thank them, but make sure you thank yourself first, man, because it's you putting in that work, man. You putting in that effort. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget that.